Hello, fellow patriots, and welcome back to Red Rights and You. I'm Tim Andrews. In our last episode, we touched on Trump's cabinet. We talked about Doge under the direction of Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, as well as RFK Jr.'s nomination as Health and Human Services Czar. Today, we're looking at some more key and high-profile nominations, along with what I feel their chances are of being confirmed by the Senate. It's a lineup that combines experience, innovation, and some good old American common sense. But surprise, surprise, the left is already wailing like it's the end of the world. It's Thanksgiving week, so let's talk turkey and meet some of the players on the team who will make America great again. Let's start with Susie, the Ice Maiden Wiles, White House Chief of Staff. She's a true power player. Susie Wiles isn't just a strategist, she's the strategist. She masterminded Trump's 2024 victory, and now she's running the show in the White House. Liberals will moan about her loyalty to Trump, but hey, isn't loyalty a good thing in this role? It's a staff position, so no confirmation is required, but she has plenty of bipartisan support. Then there's the newly appointed ultimate border czar, Tom the Hammer Homan. This guy isn't just tough on immigration. He's the walking embodiment of border enforcement. Homan served as acting director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, under Trump and cracked down on illegal immigration like no one else. And as ICE director under Obama, he received the Presidential Rank Award for extraordinary results in 2015. Of course, now that he's working under Republican leadership, his no-nonsense approach has made him a leftist lightning rod. They called him inhumane for enforcing immigration laws already on the books. Go figure. But for us, law and order conservatives, he's a hero. With Homan back in charge, you can bet the border will finally be secure, despite the inevitable leftist meltdown over every single decision he makes. But Homan is not there to make friends. He's there to enforce the law. Liberals may call it controversial, but the rest of us call it common sense. With Tom Homan as border czar, the border crisis finally has its enforcer-in-chief. Odds of confirmation, it's a border role, not a Senate-confirmed position, so he'll hit the ground running. But expect the media to scream louder than ever. Now, as Homeland Security Secretary and Border Watchdog, no gun, I mean pun intended, Kristi Noem will be tasked with holding the border bulldog's leash. Noem has governed South Dakota with grit and determination, and now she's ready to secure our borders. Liberals will say she doesn't have enough border experience, just like they said Kamala did, but we saw how that worked out. Odds of confirmation, I would say around 90%. Noem's record speaks for itself. Then we have Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, the world's negotiator. Rubio is moving from the Senate to the world stage. With his strong stances on China, Cuba, and global trade, he's poised to make waves. Odds of confirmation, almost everybody loves this guy. I'd say about 95%, even if some fear his rhetorical smackdowns. Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense. This one's a little controversial, but Trump is obviously tired of appointing generals who eventually plant knives in his back. So he nominated the soldier's champion. From the battlefield to the Pentagon, Hegseth's the real deal. As a veteran of Iraq and Afghanistan, he's all about a strong military. He's also an Ivy League graduate, successful author, and TV host. Naturally, the left will clutch their pearls because he's not big on woke defense initiatives. Odds of confirmation, about 75%. There is some debate over a sexual assault he was accused of in 2017, but they exonerated him. Now, liberals will rattle their sabers, but eventually his qualifications should win the day. Then you have Scott Bessent as Treasury Secretary, the money maestro. Bessent is breaking barriers as the first openly gay Treasury Secretary in a GOP administration. He's also a financial genius who will bring Wall Street's efficiency to Washington. The left will try to call him an elitist, but deep down, they're angry that they can't claim him as one of their own. Odds of confirmation, 85%. Money talks, and Scott can definitely talk money. Now, replacing Matt Gaetz, who withdrew his name from consideration after some controversy, is a no-nonsense nominee, Pam Bondi, for Attorney General. She's Florida's former AG and has spent her entire career fighting fraud and corruption. She will be the one holding the hose and her nose while draining the swamp. Of course, liberals will call her too partisan. Translation, she doesn't support their ridiculous rhetoric. Odds of confirmation, about 90%. Bondi doesn't back down from a fight. Now, let's talk national security, because when America's safety is at stake, we need leaders who don't just talk the talk, but walk the walk. President Trump's picks for Director of National Intelligence and National Security Advisor are nothing short of exceptional. Tulsi Gabbard, Director of National Intelligence, DNI, the independent thinker. Tulsi Gabbard, yes, that Tulsi Gabbard is stepping in as Director of National Intelligence. She's a former Democratic Congresswoman from Hawaii, an Iraq War veteran, and a fierce critic of foreign interventions that lack a clear purpose. Liberals used to love her anti-war stances until she started questioning their sacred cows like big tech censorship and overreach by the intelligence community. Now the left will say she's unfit because she dares to challenge the swamp. But that's exactly why she's perfect for this job. She'll oversee our intelligence agencies with integrity, and she's not afraid to call out nonsense from either side. Let's just hope the Senate doesn't turn her confirmation hearing into a circus. Odds of confirmation, 70 to 75%. Expect some drama from hawkish Democrats, but her bipartisan respect could win the day. Next, we have Michael Waltz, a decorated Green Beret combat veteran and congressman from Florida, stepping into the role of National Security Advisor. He's the first Green Beret to serve in Congress, so you know he's got the leadership chops and battlefield experience to make tough calls. Waltz has been a vocal critic of America's mishandled withdrawals and advocates for strategic strength on the global stage. Naturally, the left will claim that he's too militaristic. Why? Because he believes in keeping America strong and holding our enemies accountable. The truth is, Waltz understands that peace comes through strength, not weakness. Odds of confirmation? There's no Senate confirmation required, but expect media outrage nonetheless. But together, Gabbard and Waltz form a national security dream team. Tulsi's strategic vision and independence, paired with Michael's boots on the ground experience and no nonsense approach, while the liberals throw the tantrums, these two will be keeping America safe. That's a trade off I'll take any day. Here are a few more fun nominees. Dr. Mehmet Oz, Medicare and Medicaid Administrator. The Celebrity MD. Dr. Oz brings charisma and expertise to health reform. Liberals will focus on his TV career while conveniently ignoring his Ivy League medical credentials. Odds of confirmation, about 80%. Senate Democrats might not admit it, but they love a little star power. Then we have Doug Burgum, Interior Secretary. North Dakota's governor will protect American lands while promoting energy independence. Lee Zeldin is EPA Administrator. He balances environmental stewardship with economic growth, a nightmare for liberal regulators. Then Linda McMahon, Education Secretary. She'll wrestle those wasteful policies to the mat and champion school choice. There you have it, folks. Another glimpse at Trump's 2025 cabinet. It's a powerhouse team ready to serve America despite the endless leftist tantrums. Remember, the louder they scream, the better the choices. As we count our blessings, I am so thankful for President Trump and the team he selected to move our great nation forward, and for all of you and your continued support. Thanks for tuning in to Red, Rights, and You. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, stay the course, stay strong, and stay patriotic. God bless you all, and may God continue to bless America. And happy Thanksgiving.